Good morning, Monday morning, Manna Gatherers. It is the 1st of February, on to a new month in this new year. So I have decided this year to be a little bit more intentional, a lot more intentional about choosing scripture texts that we can really recall better, especially recall in moments where we need some comforting reminders from God, or even reminders from God that challenge us to be faithful children of God. So I was thinking about this in Deuteronomy 11:18. It says, in the first half of that verse, it says, "You shall put these words of mine," this is God speaking, "in your heart and soul, and write them upon your hands and wear them on your forehead." That's the end of it, paraphrasing it. So I am trying to choose just one verse, and this week I am going to look at with you Psalm 85:8. "Let me hear what God the Lord will speak. For God will speak peace to his people, to his faithful, to those who turn to God in their hearts." Let me hear what God the Lord will speak. For God will speak peace to God's people, to his faithful, to those who turn to God in their hearts. It is hard to listen. Would you agree with me? No matter what age and stage you are in life, listening is hard. Making time to listen is hard. Tuning out the world is hard. We are busy people, constantly immersed in to-do lists and surrounded by so many noises and sounds. Even when we are alone, it is never, honestly, if we're honest, completely quiet so that we can really, really listen. Last week I was walking my two older boys home from school. I try to do that any day that it is not raining. And my mind was running through everything that needed to get done as I watched for oncoming cars as we crossed the streets of Rosewood and listened, half listened, truthfully, to the boys tell me about their day. All of a sudden, in the middle of all of that distraction, Grady stopped and he asked, "Did you hear that?" And I asked, "Did I hear what, Grady?" "I hear lots of things." "No, Mommy. Are you listening?" "Listen." So I stopped. We all three stopped and stood on the sidewalk off the side of a street, and we listened. We did not listen to the cars passing by or to each other breathing or the rustling of two little boys who couldn't really stand still. We listened for whatever Grady was trying to get us to hear. And he said, "Do you hear it? It's a bird singing." "It is beautiful," he said. Even Hiram Clyde agreed that he could hear that one little bird singing out among all the noises. I thought, this bird's beautiful song. It was completely lost in the cacophony of all the external and internal noises that consume us all the time. But when we stopped, this bird's song rose high above it all, and you couldn't help but smile. This made me think of God speaking, or trying to speak to us among all that we have going on in life. All we have going on in the inside, but also all that goes on the outside. Sometimes we wonder, at least I wonder, why God isn't speaking more or doing more or working more in the ways that we see God speaking, doing, and working in the Bible. But God truly is. We just have to remind ourselves to tune our ears, well, not our physical ears maybe, but tune the ears of our hearts to God, intentionally carving out quiet space and time and pausing long enough to really listen for God. So don't forget to listen. That's what we're going to work on this week. Don't forget to listen today, Manna Gatherers, and every day. God is truly speaking to you. Make time to listen to God. I will see you tomorrow.